Hey. This is when I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but even it gets too much for me. I really need a friend. It's hard being a voice for the voiceless and a friend to the friendless, but I try to be the friend that I would need for anybody. I don't know how to do it. I don't remember what it feels like to even have a friend. I need a drink. I don't want to put it. If I was a friend and I noticed somebody with a face like mine, the first thing I would definitely not do is assume anything. Sorry is the worst word. It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't ever want to hear sorry. It doesn't mean anything to me. Especially if it's inaccurate. Communication is really not that hard, people. It really is not. So, if I saw somebody like me with a face like this right now, because he's in so much physical pain, it's now affecting mental and emotional. I would reach. No, I would at least I wouldn't assume anything's wrong. First of all, I wouldn't assume that I did anything wrong. I start with curiosity. Actually, no. I would start with being something to cherish. I think everybody has stuff that they value and stuff of value that they can enjoy and share. It's kind of the woman at the well thing, right? For those who've seen that video where I talk about it, where I'm all three. What does it mean to be the well? I know that's a little abstract, so maybe I can talk about that. I've started to write lyrics for a song I think everybody's got a story worth sharing, and I believe in redemption, and maybe if it's told with different names and I don't have to use a pronoun I, maybe then people would give a shit. It's the same thing. What I'm doing with Two Faces story is me. Through the lens of his character, which is justice oriented. Really is just a call to personal accountability. Have a standard, make maximum effort toward the truth in that, whatever it is. And I literally don't care, but what it means to be the well. Yeah, it's So tight. It should be flat like God. Oh. It's so hard to focus right now. I think everyone has something to share. You know, at the well, he asked for a drink. So what are we sharing? It's all the same source material. It's all life water. It's all living water. It's all water in general. I talk about the water cycle a lot. I think I keep thinking of the song that I wrote, The Fountain of Youth. The well in your own heart is the fountain of your youth. I can see the map. I can see the X, but I will never be able to lead the way for you. I think it's how it goes. I don't remember, it's been a while. In fact, actually, why don't I... Like, no matter what, no matter how bad I hurt, I still try my best. It's not to the point of screaming, I guess. The ibuprofen at least numbs a little bit. It is really not great, though. And your own home really should not be the Wild West. You know, if somebody claims to love you, they need to actually deliver on that. No matter what, I don't care. I really don't. If there's a human being in your house and they have a need and you do not deliver, that is cruelty. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter what they do. It does not matter how loud they get. It does not matter. Needs are needs, and they need to be met. It's a willingness issue, and it purely is. And I still am very confused why I can't even get my value shared. But that's okay. It's not, but I don't focus on it. I don't take it personally. It's just deeply confusing. Even if my work isn't as transformative, it still deserves to be listened to. It still deserves a chance. You know? I deserve a chance of a life that I actually do create. But, it's right here. Actually, it might be over here, too. It'll be a race. Fountain of Youth. Nope, that definitely isn't it. So go to drive. Oh, it's doing stuff. Okay, great. Yeah, it's a short one. Okay. So I wrote this in 2013. They missed the mark. It's not outside. I swear I have this on a different one. Let's see if it's on. It's gotta be. This one, maybe. This one, maybe. Yeah. No. Well, that's not great. Oh, hang on. Yeah. The lyric book. Reminds me. Might as well look. There we go. Okay, cool. They miss the mark. It's not outside of you. The well in your own heart is the fountain of your youth. It's the map I see, and all I can say. I can see the X, but never be able to lead the way for you. To find a new home, you'll face the unknown and fight it alone. To find a new home, you'll face the unknown and find out you're not alone. So I guess that was pretty much it. I just wanted to get it right, make sure it's accurate. It's okay to touch yourself, by the way. Now we need touch. This doesn't work as well as somebody else's, but if it's all you got, it's all you got. Ow. So, when I'm thinking of the three aspects of that story, the woman, the well, and the compassion. It's a beautiful story. There's so much potential. Maybe I ought to rewrite it. Let's do that. Let's rewrite The Woman at the Well. Okay, so Woman at the Well through my lens. So we have the three characters, right? Components. Three components. Two characters, well, humans, and the well. That really doesn't matter. So I'm not going to use Christ in it. I want to take... I know this seems really ironic, but I insist that we focus on Christ and love as being synonyms, and I prefer taking his name and image out of everything. Out of everything. I want to retell... Maybe that's... cool. That's what I'll do. And I'll start here. Okay, well, I didn't expect this today, but the reason I record so much, by the way, and everything is because I need emotional support that I don't get from another human being. And so when I listen to my own things, it is nourishing words. And so I know being able to share that with anybody and it's a really beautiful thing. I'll just call this traditional scripture. Yeah. So Woman at the Well, cool. So it's going to be more abstract, but actually you'll be able to pull more out of it. That's practical and that you can use. It takes a lot to get to this point, by the way. I usually have a very high pain tolerance, but it's just been too much. Especially after yesterday, I can't, I'm really tired of that happening. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm sick to death of shit going wrong. I'm so fucking done with it. It's like literally no matter what. If it can go wrong, worse is gonna happen. I'm so fucking sick of it. It does not make any difference what I do. I cannot influence my own life in a positive direction no matter what. So that's the woman. No matter what. If it can go wrong, it'll go worse. So, woman / the derelict. For no good reason. I don't need concern. I need friends. I need people to actually like follow through on what they promise. If it's on your name tag, you do it. I see minimum / lack of effort when I'm giving max. Okay. Not fair? Well, I'm thinking back to the Chosen episode because it started off with Jacob's well, didn't it? You have a very strange God. We didn't choose him. We didn't choose her. She chose us. Now, remember, it's divine masculine, divine feminine. There just is. Okay. Probably a new look for the DNA double helix. Who is who? We're all three. We're all three. And that's how it needs to be understood. Because equality. We're all human, no matter what. If you're alive in a body, you are human. And you have physical needs, you have mental needs, you have emotional needs, and when those are met, then spirit can happen. It's kind of a gestalt, if you like. Like, spirit works no matter what. It's what I keep saying, like, the homeostasis is love and healing. So, you have the vulnerable, or the derelict. You have the well, the meeting place, the love and homeostasis. And you have the person willing to give compassion. When you take the names out, you can apply yourself to any of them. Ironically, the well is an object, isn't it? Well is an object. Well, I don't want to be an object. I don't want to objectify anybody else either, right? I want to be known for my value, right? And so we feel like we have to attach certain meaning to things that may or may not have any. You know, like, why is the Super Bowl so important? You know, why is Honda necessarily better than Geo Metro or whatever? I know that's archaic and most kids these days never, what's Geo Metro? Oh, wow. You know, So what could be the components of each three? Well, I want to do best case scenario no matter what. And then I'm really grateful on my walk. I go on several. On one of them, I saw people, and I am the person willing to love. There was a woman doing yard work, and I realized that she had some left, and so she wasn't derelict. You know, she wasn't hurting or anything. It looked normal or whatever. But I still stopped what I was doing and I asked if she wanted any help. Maybe I can ask different because I love to serve. I have a need to. Maybe instead of asking if she needs help, because no one's willing to admit it these days, maybe I can express my need to help somebody else. I actually value service. It is deeply meaningful to me. And that's why I don't take it personally, but I do, if you say you're going to serve somebody and you legitimately don't, that is kind of blasphemous to me. Not kind of, it is blasphemy. You know, I see people getting paid and not doing what's on their job description. I see people taking things for granted. And that's kind of the paradox of the well itself. If we are willing to objectify and get over our need to look important to the world, that's how we access the well. None of this is coming from Atlas, by the way. It's coming straight from the heart. You notice the voice change, I think. I don't do that. I'm so grateful for this gift. When we allow ourselves to become humble, right? No one admits they need help, need or want help. They don't recognize emotional needs, which is why they go unmet and why we have mental illness. It's not. It's simply you don't understand that we all just need friends. We need nourishing conversation. We need, think about the things that you complain about and then pay attention to those and just be honest about it. Wow, wouldn't it be awesome in the world if we could just have a conversation and handshake and get on with our lives instead of all this legal bullshit and middleman management? Yeah, duh. I connected those dots for you. You should probably listen and share. You know what I mean? Yeah, we all want the same things. I'm just very loudmouth about it. My Coke's gone warm, I'm wondering why I drink Diet Coke at all. I really do. It does not taste good to me. I just started drinking it because it was there. Now I can't stop. Oh no, another drinking problem for this one. Okay, well, whatever. See, we're getting back. The word works. And this is really fun. This is cool. I never would have gotten this idea. I hate scripture. I really do. Mostly because of how people treat it. Christ doesn't exist in scripture. Christ exists here. Christ is love. That's why I want to take his name out of it. So, yeah, we're not doing the crucifixion. Yeah, that didn't happen. Were you there? Can you prove it? And what is the miracle there anyway? And how does that apply to real life right now? There is, no point to it.
There's no value in it. There really isn't. When you actually break it down and think about it for actually think about it for 10 minutes, there's no value in it. So I'm going to take the stories that are valuable and make it accessible to everybody. Okay? So the well is an object. When we allow ourselves to become humble, then we are granted access to living water. It's a willingness issue. Are you willing to look valueless in the face of the world? The riddle is, are you willing? It's a willingness issue to look and become valueless to what the world demands and insists is valuable. No one admits that they want help. They don't recognize emotional needs, so they carry on, quote unquote, independently. Which is damaging. It hurts so bad. Like, even with the numbing agent, it hurts so bad. It's so tight. Ow. People who deny needs are not forgivable to me, especially for this long for no reason. So don't expect it. Whatever you want to call yourself. Man in the downstairs southeast room. It's not a library. Libraries contain wisdom and you ruin it. No one admits they need or want help. They don't recognize emotional needs, so they carry on independently. But how about if I approached that woman with the yard work as, hey, I really have a need to serve. Is it okay if I help with this last little bit? Maybe then it could have done something. Instead of asking if the person needs help, I can admit my need to meaningfully serve someone, and if they'd be willing to let me. The well becomes accessible when we equalize. And what a profound thing to think about. I'm not writing all this down. I will after I watch this. But that's essentially what love did there, wasn't it? Love asked for just a humble thing. Love didn't see the separation. It didn't see the imbalance. It didn't create one at all. No, love did not do that. Love entered. Love was waiting patiently for the woman who's not used to being shown any value at all. Quite the opposite. That's why I hate the church so much. Like, you guys are supposed to serve, and you absolutely take that gift for granted and create imbalance. This is the fire your therapist thing, you know? Equalize. It's just, hey, I have this need. Help me understand. That is what service is. It's equalizing. I have a need to serve. I have a need to help people. And I can in a very unique and unprecedented and profound way. If anyone is willing to let me in at all. That is my woman. I know my worth. I know the value of my work. And I have a need to share it. You should be asking me for a drink. The story goes, love requested something humble and accessible and attainable. Something within the scope of that overlooked person. Hey, I can't really reach that shelf, but I need to put this on there. Could you give me a boost? I notice your arms are longer than mine and you can reach it. You have the resources to do it. I hate this experience. I wish I died. I really do. Nothing is worth it. It really isn't. It's totally fucking senseless and I will never figure it out. No matter what. Like, no matter what I do, I will never figure this shit out. There's nothing to. So. I have a need to meaningfully serve someone if they'd be willing to let me. The well is the equalizer. That grants both access to, it's called living water. But what does that mean? Well, it's stuff pouring through me. It's the stuff that you're made of too. It's the source material. Okay? I love and healing. After the healing, after the catharsis, the celebration, right? So after we come back to homeostasis, equality, then we can build with it. Then we can share it. On that later. I guess the riddle of taking the Lord's name in vain is, like, don't take it at all. Make it synonymous with love and just focus on the action. Faith with works, the stuff that I teach, or lead by example, I feel like. I prefer lead by example. So I don't teach anything. It is literally just do as I'm doing. Recite the words and feel the power in them. Let it take effect. Let it in. Understand it. And see what happens. See what transforms. I have a voice in my head. Maybe it gets rid of yours. When we were willing to... sorry, I'm getting kind of cold. Could I get you a blanket too? Ew. Uncle Black. Just grab a hoodie. It's the willingness to share. It's to share Oh, wow. Okay, I'm getting all kinds of stuff coming through. This is interesting. So now eyeballs are involved. Equalize. See eye to eye. Eyes are like wells too. Eyes are wells. When we see eye to eye, we are able to dissolve and blend together. We can better share source material and that living water, as it was called. They even look like it, don't they? You know, you got the pupil, which is the water part itself, right? Or what you would dig in, or, well, reach into and I saw Sean earlier. I didn't make any mention of default servants. That's okay. I was able to see a couple of people just out for a walk as well. Got to pet the dog. So, eyes. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah, I don't read scripture. I write it. I enhance it. Which, you know, speaking of divine masculine and feminine, my tattoo here is a double helix and a pen, right? I consider myself a pen. I'm a very proud pen. So that's what I do. I like to take things that are already beautiful and make them better, or things that hurt and make them healing. And of course, I've got my own as well. I really don't like seeing people taking their gifts for granted. And the gift to serve is one of the best ones. If you're going to say that you serve and you don't actually deliver on that promise, that's a deal breaker for me. It really is, you know? What are you doing? What, seriously, are you actually doing? I don't think people ask themselves that often enough. You stay in jobs and vocations and all of these things for so long, and you know, like, what are you actually doing? What is the priority here? Are you even fulfilling it? You signed up for it, you know, you demand more, but are you even giving the minimum requirements? I haven't seen that. I haven't felt that in years, much. You know, some people do. You know, it's happened sometimes, but like, really, you guys? Damn. That's why I hated working with others. Because I would see them do the same thing, and I'm like, you signed up for this shit. You know what I mean? I mean, I know I haven't been the best either, but like, I would at least try to do what's on the requirement list to, an effective degree. The problem was always being around others and like communicating. That's always it. Like, people ruin work for me. They always have. I sign up for work because I actually like doing those things. I actually believe in those things. I see the value in it, and I try to add as much as I can, and then people just fuck it up. I don't get it. I never will. Like, what are you actually doing? Still haven't gotten a response from Weber State Police. Like, what was the last time you did to earn your salary? Is it really that hard to answer a direct question from an email? No, it's not. Grow the fuck up. And North Ogden Police Department, same thing. That's why I called you out on a previous video. Like, not doing a very good job at serving. Like, you can't even respond to a friendly email. Seriously? Like, I know I've asked some hard questions that, I deserve answers to, but like, really? I'm gonna share my music with you and you're gonna do nothing about it. No, fuck that. Like, you're a human being. You have just as much choice as I do. Like, you're gonna deny my living water. Really? Okay. What are you really serving then? Ego. You're doing it for the badge. You're doing it for the gun. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you're not willing to, like, hey, this is gonna help out the entire family, like, just, like, get it where it needs to go. Help me out. You have the resources. I know you do. Like, okay. I guess somebody that you clapped for doesn't deserve a chance that he deserves. What are you serving? What are you doing? What are you actually doing? I don't care about why anymore. Nobody has a why. No one around here has a why. Maybe that's the well. The well is getting rid of whatever's in the way of the real why. We're, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. Back to this. So, 3 components. Because humans can be anywhere. Kind of thinking from the two-phase thing, right? Balance adds up to 100. It's always 100%. But who's giving what? Balance is always 100%. But who's doing what? So the derelict would be pretty low. I'd say like between 15 to 20, or, well, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. But the point is, it's like getting to a place where both hearts can be open and connect. And sometimes that might take a little bit. And that's why why it's so important to follow through for people. I see so many different variations of this too. Like, being derelict, I have to think of myself like a desert rose. Most people are never going to see it. And all it would really take is one to witness the beauty and appreciate it and see the value in it, and that would be enough for right then. It doesn't mean that just because people walk by and they don't look and they don't bend down to smell, that doesn't mean that I don't exist. It doesn't mean that I don't have any value. And I think that's what the person willing to love, or Christ traditionally, is really pointing out. So the well I would argue, is actually the most important part. Because we need to come to the well together, or just meet no matter what, and do what's necessary in order to be granted access to it. There's so many thoughts. There's so much. This is so beautiful. I'm glad I'm recording this. I'm really glad I did this. Thank you for being along for the ride. I know it's kind of rough sometimes, but like, I have 0 friends. I have 0 hearts connected to mine, and that's not okay given what I pump out. It's not even like it. What the actual fuck is wrong with you people that are just like letting me just be isolated and keeping me here? It's fucked up. It is wrong. Okay. Switch gears for a second. So, we always like Christ, right? He's the hero and everything. Person willing to love requests to show capacity, or to show recognition of value in that person who isn't used to it. Yeah, so I'm not a teacher. I'm not a parent. I don't coddle. However, person willing to love. This would be so much easier if I didn't have so much goddamn pain. I would actually be able to do it. Oh, it's just kind of stuck and I can't quite access it. That is really, really upsetting. I'll at least try. Maybe it'll loosen up a little bit. Oh, God. I am loved. Thank you for life. I am loved. Thank you for this beautiful gift to cherish. I am loved. Thank you for so much to be curious about. I am loved. Thank you for compassion. Okay. Another thing, like ibuprofen does not help me think. I'm very not clear. Maybe I should call it a day, but I want to work. This needs me. So I will do my best. I always go for actual best, and you're seeing it. I just don't have the full capacity that I like. I don't have full access, and that's really not... It's upsetting. Knowing how easy it would be for somebody else to just, like, for fuck's sake. Going to Chili's 5 days a week is more important than me being able to, like, be healthy completely and do this. Oh, okay. unforgivable. Denying needs is unforgivable. It just is. Like, especially for how easy it is for you. You're a monster. Why did you become inhuman? Bill? You don't get to decide whether I get my needs met or not. That is not up to you. That is not a choice you get to make without consequence. And I get to feel those consequences. Fucked up. While you just sit on your ass and do the same shit every day. There's no value in your lifestyle. There is none. There is not. Like, your way is death and slavery, and you just, whatever, dude. You don't even listen. You're not gonna watch this. You're just gonna judge me and think I'm delusional with no proof. Really? Okay. Good luck with that shit. Your Highness. But yeah, thanks for the live support. It'd be a lot better for all involved, and, you know, conflict of interest. You can, you know, okay, well, whatever. Okay. Okay. I do my actual best, and you do absolutely nothing. Okay. You don't get to participate in any of the miracles going forward. You've chosen your consequences already, so yeah, still worth it to put in the effort, but you refuse. You absolutely refuse. It's kind of a good point too. This is a really, really, really good story. Holy shit. I'm so glad I did this. I had no intention to. This is gonna be absolutely beautiful. So I'm thinking now of the different scenarios. People need to understand this. This is how to understand real compassion, curiosity, and cherishing at the same time. So if I take it from different angles, I will be able to explain each. You can kind of understand the compassion part instantly. That's what it's about, mostly, right? So he shows up at the well, and he just kind of waits there. The woman comes and is not used to feeling any value or recognition whatsoever. Right off the bat, hey, can I have a drink? It's like something of value. It's a service that you can give, and I will appreciate it. Wait a minute. I can be appreciated? Yeah, it's compassion. So, the different scenarios, though. The refusal to equalize. Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much there. There's so much potential just in these three things. It is life in so many ways. Who's doing what? So yeah, that kind of answers that question too. Who's doing what? sharing the water is always a willingness issue. What could be the value inside a person who makes heartless decisions? There is some there, and that's a tragedy too. It's like, I know there's more value than you're showing. I know there is more understanding there than you are willing to show. I know this is just an act, and that is infuriating. That is impossible. So, imagine a Nazi and a Jew find themselves at a well. Yikes, huh? Didn't see that coming. Who can be what? Who is who? Is there even a way to unlock such a heartless person? I would argue no. And I would also argue that it's not worth the effort and they need to get lost. So, initial response and experience. No, and it is frankly not worth the effort. No one should ever have to go to impossible lengths in order to have their worth even acknowledged. And I think Christ would agree. Some hearts really just will not unlock. What would that situation look like? Is anyone worth exploring? Is this even worth exploring? I mean, it came up, so might as well. I mean, that's my attitude. You know, it's like, I'm alive either way. I might as well explore and see. A thought can't hurt you. Like, try it on, see what happens. You know, I am not homosexual at all. Have had a couple of experiences. One was very damaging. The others is okay. Again, it's not. Neither. It was definitely not pleasant for me, but it was also not like. It's like, okay, well, I know you're enjoying it, and I hope. I don't know. But I mean, that's it. But yeah, like I said, that was something I mentioned before. Is I've actually written like a blowjob scene of like giving. It's a thought. What would it be like? I don't know, and it disgusts me. I did not enjoy doing it. And it was fiction, but it can't hurt you. That's the whole point. It's just like, try it out. Why not? So, I'm fearless. I do not care. I mean, that's kind of the thing. I'm willing to humble myself. I'm willing to become the well. Is there a way for a Nazi to see any value in a Jew? No. Is there a way for a Jew to be a well for a Nazi? Because that's really the only situation. The only possible solution is maddening. The Jew has to submit further. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not. That's wrong. It's wrong. It is completely unjust, and it's just wrong. Like, if you're not willing to even acknowledge that a human being you claim to love has any value, take him for granted all the time, not even willing to admit there's any value at all of anything that he's done in the last week, fuck that and fuck you. I stick to my words. So, I'm not willing to support that. The solution is for the Jew to leave. Where a power struggle is created for no reason, silence is the answer. Show the value and let the impervious miss out. Because refusal to upgrade understanding is betrayal of love. Those who betray love do not get to taste the well in the first place. It's kind of the riddle there. If you're not even going to value me as a human being, to recognize my needs and boundaries, and to completely disrespect me and blame me for it, no, fuck that and fuck you. I stick to my words because I know they are true. It's not a power struggle. It's one refuses real life. The other does it for real. When the balance is 100% one, or 98% one and 2% the other, in any given situation, there's an obvious right and there's an obvious wrong. You don't get to betray love. You don't. It's not a choice you get to make. Betraying love and equality is not forgivable. Now, okay, so what does forgiveness actually mean? Let's look it up in the current state of things. So, definition of forgiveness, and I'm gonna disagree right off the bat. An action or process of forgiveness. Oh, okay, that's oh my god. Stop feeling angry or resentful toward person. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, that's actually fantastic. I like that. That's great. Yeah, do that. That's easy. I love that. And that's Oxford. Okay. I I love pleasant surprises. Nailed it. Yeah, I like Oxford way better than MW. Um, I do not appreciate having to pay to learn the definitions of words, though. I'm not subscribing to shit. So, um, oh. Cancel a debt. Yeah. Debt slavery. Oh, it's called debt bondage, also known as debt slavery. Bond of labor or peonage is the pledge of a person's services, security, or repayment or debt. Okay. Radical thought. How about we take some of the. I mean, you don't even have to forgive debt, even though it is just an imaginary number that really doesn't affect anybody anymore. But I do believe that things should be fulfilled. There are, God knows, how many zeros worth of dollars with how many commas just sitting there. Year after year, just sitting there. Just sitting there. You want to talk about wells? Yeah. It's called socioeconomic irrigation. I've been talking about that for a while. So, when I said I solved world peace and prosperity, you might want to, like, at least take a fucking look. Jukebox lawyers. How about this for coin? Go do it. It's necessary. Responsible for full consequences. That's a better way of putting it. Okay, so those who create an impasse are responsible for the full consequences. So, how that story has gone is Jew has been inviting Nazi to the living water in the well, and it's been refused the entire time. So, sign up for the role, commit to the role, you commit to the consequences. Sign them up for them. There's no avoiding it. So, it's a willingness issue. And where one is only unwilling, there's nothing you can do. He demands proof, yet refuses to look. Okay. You're, like, swimming in pudding, but okay. My solution there is what I am doing. Keep building the well anyway. I'm not bogarting the water. I've been trying to invite him to it. He just doesn't get to taste it ever. Because, again, like I've been saying, No more invitations for peace. No more invitations for better. You get to miss out. Sucks to be you. Really sucks to be you. It's that. The word victory. When I left on my last walk, or one of them, whatever, they were watching a show, and war oriented again, and I just heard the word victory and some blah 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 blah, and I thought out loud to myself, like, the hell's so great about victory? Those who insist on having victory will find out the crown is ashes. This is vengeance is mine, capital M. It's vengeance and victory. I like victory way better. Way better. There's one crown, and I don't wear it. We don't get to wear it. Victory is thine. Yeah. The humble get to share in the victory, while those who insolently cling to the need for it never get to taste it. That can keep me going. You want to be cruel to me? Well, you'll have your victory. No more invitations. The well is reserved for the willing to humble themselves. Especially without the demand for proof of any kind. And other than the like outright cruelty stuff, I can laugh at pretty much everything else. The echolalia, the freaking double standard, the absolutely obvious hypocrisy. But I mean, it does have an actual effect. You're seeing it. This started as physical. It's still physical, and it is involuntary. So, I don't know. I guess I'm a pill popper. Wow, thanks, Your Highness. Enjoy your illusion of victory. I really am gonna redo some tarot cards. Yeah, I like the story. I like the story of tarot. It's It's for another time, though. This is way too long. I think I'm gonna split this into 3. If I can. I am not an editor. Hate video editing, especially. But this is great. We're doing scripture, but only the stuff that's actually relevant. Like, not all of it is. So a lot is, most isn't, to be honest. This stuff, especially for today in a practical way, it just isn't. It really just isn't. Why do we need to know that Lazarus was raised? What does that even mean? What is the value of that story, I wonder? I really do. Like, that's a curiosity because, wow, that sounds great. He was dead, now he's alive again. Okay, great, wow, precursor to the resurrection, wow. Both are bullshit. Like, why is that in there? I really want to know why that story even exists. I find no value in it. Death is not bad. It's not. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to, need a resurrection for or anything. Once we're done with the human experience, we don't really have any need for this fabric anymore. So, the belief that we're gonna get perfected bodies and stuff after it always was bullshit. And playing for a hereafter when you're sacrificing the here and now, that's the essence of blasphemy. So, again, no matter what, you're alive either way. You need to do best case scenario. Not for you. The opium that you're okay to just say a few words once and get some spring, none of that fucking matters. I don't even need my food for my sacrament, didn't I? Oh, I wasn't chewing when I recited the top down stuff, did I? No, I just needed the word. You should ask me for a drink. Anyways, it's a good stopping point for now. So, I'm going to rewrite scripture because I guess that's required for a prophet or whatever. It's kind of cool though, isn't it? Getting an updated understanding that's actually practical instead of just wow, yay, Christ won again. Wish I could do that stuff. Let's worship him from a distance. No, he needs you right here where he actually is. He's not in books. Especially bullshit ones like the Doctrine and Covenants and Pearl of Great Price. He doesn't exist there in the first place. It's horseshit. Those are not scripture. They're attempts at it that are sorely misguided. So, there you go. Alright. One last thing. So, in the impasse situation, and what really keeps me going to, and yeah, it does, I'm human. The solution is don't even drink from the Nazi as well. Who put it there? What's in it? Drink from the living one. Let the victory alcoholic Stay drunk on his own delusions. Weird choice. You have to do things my way. Drink from my well. Fuck that and fuck you, dude. So, I choose to be sober in a world full of doctrine addicts. You can have your doctrine. That's fine. I don't fucking care. It's wrong, and I prove it every day. I don't need a job. I have a need to serve meaningfully. And I do. I serve my actual well. I serve the actual provider. I serve the actual provider. This Nazi is nothing more than life support. That was a hard phrase to come by. When that came out of my mouth, that destroyed my day. But now look what happened. And look what's gonna happen. Nah, I don't edit. This is gonna go straight on raw. That's my tone. That's my MO. You know, you give, fucking Lord of the Rings 3 hours of your day. You can savor the actual word for an hour and 23 minutes. Okay? Okay. Thanks for sticking around so much, cats. Yeah, let's do this.